KUAM, back with my in-studio guest, Mr. Monte Mafnas, the Acting Director of the Department of Land Management. Monte, before we go to talking about basically land management and maybe zoning issues and e-government that's going to happen here probably next month, let's go to Joe from Jigo. Joe, you're on with the bus.
Good evening.
Good evening, Joe.
Good evening, Joe.
Mr. Mafnas,
Yes, sir.
are there any Chamorro Land Trust properties being leased to private business people?
There are licenses. Yes, that is correct.
Is that okay with you?
I have not signed any business license at this point in time. We are revisiting the rules and reg, and I myself, I will rather see a 51% Chamorro and 49% foreigner. Yes.
Okay, so you are going to allow leasing Chamorro Land Trust property to private business people?
Eventually, because of the public law that enables us to generate income for operational purposes. But prior to that, I need to do a master plan of all CLTC's inventory to identify the highest and best use of the land. This is not in the very near future. There's a lot of work prior to signing that first lease.
Anyway, Joe, thank you very much for your call. But you know, absolutely, this is a public law that enables CLTC to get into the business. So
That's right.
It's nothing that Monte Mafnas himself came up with and contrived to do this.
Yeah.
It was the legislature that said, "Hey, look, you need to make money for the trust." Okay,
self-sustaining.
So you be self-sustaining. Go out there and lease this property for X amount, whatever it is. But
right.
You need to do your due diligence that you get the best dollar for that property, right?
That is correct.
Okay, let's talk about you know, it's been an issue, has been an issue for a while about zoning. It is the law.
Yes.
But what recommendations would you make to the 31st Guam legislature and the 32nd Guam legislature to maybe revisit zoning, and what should be added or depleted from that now that the mergers has occurred?
I respect the prudent and wistful, the wisdom of the legislature. The public law is to help the people of Guam. But there's 4 components in my mind that is very important in terms of rezoning. 1, public necessity, public convenience, public notice, and public convenience, public notice, and public necessity.
Okay.
Right. The public notice is not being addressed at this point in time, and it really is important to let your neighbors know within your 500 feet radius that your intent is to rezone your lot for a duplex or a store or a clinic, or so your neighbors, they cannot tell you what to do with your land, but they need to work with you also. So in terms of the environment and safety and necessity, so it only is right that they receive proper notice, because right now the legislature only provides that on their channel and then the newspaper. But let's face it, not everybody sits down.
Now, Monte, one of the things that I saw in driving around in my drives, and I'm sure you could find out for yourself where this particular place may be, but in driving through a neighborhood the other day, I saw a facility, a building that was erected already. I mean, it's just about completed. I think it's pretty much completed, except for the tenants at this point. But I saw a big sign in front of this facility that says rezoning.
Yes.
And so what comes to my mind, now I don't know if that particular property is the one that's going to be rezoned or something else, maybe in its close proximity, but I'm saying if this particular property is now going to be rezoned for multiple dwelling, commercial, whatever it may be, I'm going, wait a minute, shouldn't that have been done prior to the erection of a construction of a facility?
You're right. That notice is for another project that the applicant has submitted.
Oh, okay.
The subject property you're making reference to has already a horizontal property regime that's recorded. Occupancy permit has been given. So it's all legal.
Oh, okay. So I stand corrected, because I'm looking like, well, wait a minute. I'm kind of confused here. Is this an OOG that okay, after after we build it, then we go in, because I hope you don't now go tell, hey, you got to tear down this facility now.
That's right. That's right. Well, that's not going to happen in my watch.
Anyway, we're going to talk more about that. Let's talk about e-government. Something exciting.
Yes, very much.
Be able to have access.
Yes, that's right. If you have this program has been on the books for several years, but thanks to ARA funds and the MOU by between Department of Public Works, Revenue Tax, and Land Management, we will be going live on or before April.
Let's go take a break and then you talk about that, okay? ARA funds, boy. ARA funds. We're going to benefit. Be right back.